So a question I get asked a lot is how to maintain a social life while pursuing aesthetics. How do you gain muscle and lose body fat while having a good time, going out and meeting people, hanging out, and living the college lifestyle? And pretty much, you can't do it as much as other people. If you wanna optimize your muscle growth, you can't drink every single weekend for 3 days in a row. You can't stay up all night and expect to hit the gym with the energy you need to stimulate your muscle fibers. It has to be minimal. There has to be some give and take if your priority is yourself and your own personal development. That being said, there's definitely a way to work around it. Alcohol is a big topic. A lot of people say, well, how does one drink and still lose body fat and gain muscle? Well, first of all, it has to be minimal, like I said before. But if you calculate your macronutrients and you know how many carbs you have to make sure you always get your number of protein, you always get your number of fat, but pretty much carbs equals energy. Carbs is pretty much, you're making up for how much energy you're going to expend during the day, and if you expend more than that, then you start losing body fat. So, alcohol has to come out of that carb range. So that means you're going to lose some of your fat loss capabilities in exchange for alcohol. So that being said, beer isn't a good choice because it's so calorically dense. There's a lot of carbs, oftentimes there's sugar, and not to mention alcohol itself, which is calorically heavy. So if you're going to drink, you have to use it as a tool. You have to, a lot of times you have to choose to take straight liquor. You have to go online, you find out, okay, well, I'm going to take about this many shots, and find out how many calories that is for what type of liquor you're going to be consuming, and that has to come out of your carbs. And so if you're cutting, it makes cutting very difficult because you already are restricting your carbs to a certain extent, and now you have to restrict them even more to make up for the alcohol you're inducing. When you go out and you drink alcohol, try to have a purpose. If you're getting shredded, it helps to kind of have a purpose. If your purpose is to maybe be more outgoing or speak louder or make a good impression with a certain person, try to have those goals in mind and try to challenge yourself and see how little alcohol it takes to reach those goals, to reach the type of people you want to reach. Try not to do it just because it feels good. I don't think because it feels good is a good enough reason for doing anything.